In Sydney's west, the final moments of campaigning are underway. Independent candidate Dr. Ziad Basyouny says he wants to improve healthcare and increase support for low-income households. But events thousands of kilometres from Australia are also on his mind.
The issue of Gaza obviously is in the minds of a lot of people. The Labour government have done everything against what the people wanted to do here. So which would include, visas for relatives. They've chosen to refuse 70% of the visas coming from. Thank you. They've chosen to refuse 70% of the visas for people coming from Gaza.
According to census data, more than a quarter of the population here is Muslim, and many residents have relatives living in the Middle East. Domestic issues like cost of living, housing and healthcare have dominated the election campaign. But Israel's war on Gaza is prompting some voters to factor in foreign policy as well, particularly in electorates like this one in Western Sydney. At the last election, this area was won by Labor with a margin of more than 15%. Now, some voters say they feel their support has been taken for granted.
I was a former Labor volunteer and I've completely switched sides now and I'm backing the local independent here. For me, Gaza is the most important issue. I think genocide is a red line for many of us in the Muslim community.
Analysts say it's unlikely independent candidates and minor parties could win in this area, but they could chip away at support for the major parties. The elected representative here, Senior Labour Minister Tony Burke, has held this area for more than 2 decades.
I'm very proud that the government stood on the right side of history and voted for ceasefire. I'm glad of those decisions, and I've personally been the one that has been issuing the visas to the Palestinians who are here.
The Labour government has issued hundreds of visas to Palestinians fleeing Gaza. That move was criticised by the opposition leader Peter Dutton, who said it could pose a national security risk to Australia. A new advocacy group, Muslim Votes Matter, is encouraging voters to choose candidates who have spoken out against Israel's conduct.
We're not for or against any political party. We want to demonstrate the ability of our community to be a political force.
Beyond the election, he says they'll keep the pressure on politicians regardless of who is in government. Jessica Washington, Al Jazeera, Sydney.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.